plaintiff, Rita Torres, says 6 months after she married the defendant, he assaulted her, and as a result, she had to have surgery. Rita forgave the defendant, and they had 2 children. But Rita claims she called the police and Child Protective Services after the defendant assaulted their son with a belt. Rita's suing her ex-husband today for breach of contract. Defendant Norman Torres says he and Rita had a great relationship until Rita cheated on him multiple times with both men and women. Norman claims he caught Rita talking to another man on Facebook, and then he walked in on her with another woman in their bedroom. He's countersuing for breach of contract.
Start with you.
Well, this is my ex-husband. We were married in May of 2013. 6 months into the marriage, he punched me in the ear, and he caused my ear to have a hole. I had to get surgery on my ear. And the abuse, you see, in our family, we don't believe in divorce. We try to work things out, and we use divorce as our last resort. So, we made amends. I loved him a lot. I stayed with him.
Not unusual.
We had 2 kids. My son Michael was born in April 2005, and my son Jacob was born in April 2007. The physical abuse stopped, but the verbal abuse kept going, and then it just trickled down to my sons. He kicked my son in the back in the year 2011 because he wouldn't go to bed.
True. That is.
And I thought I was seeing things, but I know that from his history that he actually did it. And so right then and there, I decided to leave the marriage. And I said, this is too much. Now he's kicking my son around, and he's only 3 years old. So we split up, and we shared 50-50 of the custody.
All right.
And
before we get into the details, let me allow him to give some background. Sir?
Me and my ex-wife, we were married in 2003. It was a great relationship until she decided to cheat on me multiple times with both men and women.
That is not true.
Okay, what gave you that impression? She said it's not true.
Oh, well, I caught her once on Facebook with a post, meeting a man for dinner on a Friday night. The second time I caught her...
When you mentioned it to her, what did she say?
She cried about it. We separated, and then I came back to try to work it out with, for our kids.
None of that happened?
Nope.
He didn't catch you with a post?
A post? No.
Okay.
Then,
that's not true.
I came home one day, walked into my bedroom, and found her with a woman in my room.
Not true.
Not true either? He's making this up?
Yes, he is.
You're just creating these scenarios?
Yes, he is. I never cheated on him.
Okay. Did you do anything wrong in the marriage?
Made him upset.
How?
I probably not washing his clothes, not cooking him dinner on time.
Okay. All right. She says you hit her and you were verbally abusive toward her.
She's made allegations of the fact that I did hit her. That's not true.
You never hit her?
I never hit her.
Not once?
Not once. I'm a correctional officer, so I know the ramifications of being physically abusive towards my wife at the time.
I know corrections officers who kill their wives. They get so hot-headed and stressed out about their work, they bring it home and they have a gun. All right, but in this instance, you say you wouldn't do that at all.
Yes,
and
Your
she's
Honor.
making that up.
Yes, Your Honor.
And kicking her son in the back.
That never happened. No.
She's making that up too.
You
all are both very creative. You should go on the show business.
Well, he was not a correctional officer when he hit me in the ear. He became a correctional officer in the year 2005. And he also hit my older son with a belt, and leaving a mark of the belt buckle. And so I had to make a police report, go to CPS, and go to court for it. And
she making that up?
Actually, I spanked my son, and I did go before Child Protective Services. They removed both my sons from the house for 4 months as a consequence for spanking them.
Okay. And did it mention the kick?
There was no.
Did it mention it?
No mention of the kick.
Did it mention the kick?
Yes, I did tell him.
You told him?
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell me about the contract you're suing for, ma'am.
So we ended up getting a divorce in September of 2014. We have in our divorce decree, he is supposed to pay for the full cost of Jacob's tutoring. He is supposed to pay for half the medical expenses for our kids. And I went and bought Jacob some glasses, and he did not pay for his half. And I have the receipts. I have the divorce decree to back up everything I'm saying. And I'm also awarded half his pension. So we agreed that we were going to pay the half and half, split the cost for the lawyer to write out the paperwork. His part is $11.25.
All right.
And I have the receipts, and here's...
Sir, what do you say to this? She says you have not complied with the order in the divorce decree.
For the glasses, I do owe her. We have an arrangement where she's supposed to provide me with a receipt. Once I receive the receipt, I have 30 days to pay her back. I never.
How much is it, ma'am, for the glasses?
The glasses is $130, and his half would be $65.
All right. Hand him the receipt. What else?
As far as the tutor's concerned, we have a tutor. We had an arrangement. The tutor was meeting my son every Tuesday. We had an arrangement that if he was to get additional tutoring, that she could take him on her day, and that she would pay her half for having him those days. We had an agreement that...
What do you mean her half? She said you were to pay full.
Yeah, I'm paying full for the tutoring that we had, but he could get additional tutoring, which I couldn't take him because it's on her day. Mm-hmm. I said, if you wanted to, you could take him, but you're gonna have to pay for those days. And she said, okay, I will take him on Thursdays, and I will pay for that. So I paid.
That was after the divorce decree?
It actually started before the divorce, but once the divorce
you should have told him to put that in the divorce decree.
It just didn't cross my mind at the time.
Okay,
yeah.
Because I have to go with what the law says.
Understood.
What about the lawyer fee?
The lawyer fee, I don't feel like I have to pay her because we did the divorce decree and we had agreed that we would pay the lawyer when we both had funds. So she went and paid the lawyer on her own and then asked me to pay her back.
What does the divorce decree say about the lawyer?
That we had to pay the lawyer, but it doesn't have a time on it or a specific date that it has to be taken care of.
How long do you think it should be?
I believe within reason, enough time to...
How long has it been?
It's been about 3 months.
And does it specify the time frame in which he is to pay for the lawyer fees?
He's supposed to split the cost, and with his history, I had to take matters in my hand, and that's why I'm in court.
Yeah, he's not denying that he owes. He just says he should have the ability to pay within a reasonable amount of time. But it doesn't say that, sir. So the presumption would be that you pay when she pays. It didn't give you an exception as to, well, she pay it all and he pays when he wants. No, he pays when he believes it's reasonable. What is your breach of contract? It's $270. How does she owe you?
We both put our boys in basketball. And when we put them in basketball through the YMCA, I told her, would you be willing to split it with me? It's something for the kids. She said yes.
This is after the divorce decree?
This is before it was signed.
Well, that's a side agreement, once again, that you're making during the course of a divorce. Ma'am?
I did not agree. Because I...
You knew that was coming, right?
Yeah.
You knew that was coming, right? Can't grant you that, sir, unless you have written proof of that, because, you know, you both have vivid imaginations, and you imagine that she told you she'd do it, and as usual, her imagination is the direct opposite. All right, $1,280 is your judgment, ma'am. You've proven your case. Your claim is dismissed. You've been unable to prove it, sir. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I am so happy I won. I am done with you. I never want to see you again.
We've always been able to get along.
Kids are
for the
number
kids'
one.
sake, yes. Yeah.
But not us.